try this again. This is a water meter. This light right here, I dug it out with a mini excavator, and when I got within 2 foot of the valve box, I started hand digging it, and I didn't disturb it. And when I noticed that, after I saw where my side was leaking, there's a leak in this connection right here. You can see it's their connection, and it's not anywhere else. It's right there. So you can see that I got the valve shut off. You can see that the meter's not turning, it's stationary. This is a regulator side, and it drops down and comes in this main line that comes into the house. And right there on the very top is where I had a leak, just in front of that word S line, PVC, Schedule 40, 480 PSI water pressure rating at 73 degrees PVC, polyvinyl chloride. So right there on this side is the main line going into the house, and the main leak was right here. It had a split in the old threaded coupling, so I did away with that and I screwed it out. I did not take their connection loose. I cut the pipe back here in two places and took a little small piece out, so I'd create a gap between this piece and this piece so I didn't cause any stress on this pipe nor on this meter. So I didn't want to unconnect this, because if I disturbed this, it could have possibly caused a leak on their meter, and I didn't want to be responsible for that. So once I cut this line, I came up here with a tool, a channel ox. This has got an octagon on it, flat-sided fitting. This piece glues into this piece, and this is threaded, and I unscrewed this whole thing. Did not disturb this at all, cleaned it out, dried it out, and I put a Teflon tape for pipe threads on there. Glued this, put all this back together, and I am letting it sit for at least an hour before I turn it on. And you can still see that the valve is going opposite direction that the main line is, so it is shut off. And this is 100% verification that the meter is shut off. It's sitting static, it's not moving. And as you can still see with this shut off, with this valve shut off, on the city side they have an apparent leak, okay? And I didn't notice this leak at first, because whenever I turned on the meter, when I originally found that I had a leak, there was water coming out of here. So that was the main leak. And once I got this whenever this had such a gap in this piece of plastic, it was split for some reason. I'd say somebody at one time, whenever they put the original service in, might have got it too tight, and it just went bad. But because this had the least resistance of flow, and it was the bigger leak than that, when all the water was leaking out here, that didn't show a leak. But then whenever I put this back into service and I shut this valve off, then right there they had a drip. So I've called them over an hour ago, and they're supposed to come out and fix it. So there you go.